Let me take you through how I made this emotional and soulful Afro beat, and we're gonna do this right after the intro. Yo, the name is Gossa once again, and still the Solution Cabra, providing solutions to your problems. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to this channel. Turn on the notification bell, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Alright guys, we are in FS Studio now, and I'm using FS Studio 20. Alright, so the first thing that I did was I set my tempo to 105 BPM, 105 BPM. Alright, then let's start with the very first thing that I did. Alright, I'm gonna solo everything, then I will introduce them whilst I'm showing you what I did. So the first thing that I created was my chord progression. As you can see, this is a simple chord progression. If you don't know how to develop chord progression, then watch my previous videos and I will take you through step by step. Actually, developing chord progressions is a simple thing, but if you're a beginner, it might be difficult for you. So watch my previous videos that I take you through step by step how to create or develop chord progressions. Alright, and I'm using hypersonic, guys. I use hypersonic for this particular beat. Everything is from hypersonic. So this was the chord progression. I chose EP Willie plus 10s, alright, from the electric pianos. Alright, now let's listen to this chord progression. If you want to get this hypersonic VST, I want you to DM me on Telegram. My number is in the description box. Just copy that and DM me and I will help you to get this hypersonic VST. Alright, now let's listen to the chord progression. Alright, so with this chord progression you can start feeling the emotional or soulful vibe that I'm about to give it to you. Alright, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Give the video a like if it helps you. So guys, what I did was that I just copied the chord progression and I layer it with this soft synth choir. Alright, also from hypersonic. So let's add that one. Simple like that. I want you to use good headset so that you can actually hear everything. Now I also copy the same thing, layer it with this hypersonic string pad. Alright, I want to create more ambient sound now, so let's listen to this one too. Let me solo the second one so that you can actually hear it well. Together with the first one. I did the same thing. I copied the chord progression, then I paste it here just to layer it again. Then this one I added warm string pad. Alright, so let's add a 3. Super simple. Let's move on. Alright guys, so the next thing that I introduced was this particular melody, also from hypersonic, nylon finger plus flute. Alright, I wanted to add a flute vibe, so let's solo that one. Simple. Simple like that. Alright, then I copy the same thing, layer it with this flute again. Let's listen to that one alone. Let me solo it, the same vibe. Alright, then I control the velocity and the panning. I did a lot of steps here, you can actually see. Now let's go and add this one and listen to the two flutes. Alright guys, so let's add them to the chord progression. Alright guys, so you can actually feel the vibe now, but when I'm arranging the beat, you know, not all the melodies will play at the same time. That's why you have to be creative so that you can switch the vibe to make your beat more interesting. So guys, right from here I just created another pattern, which was pattern 2 for my drums, and this was my kick. Alright, so let's solo the kick alone, normal groove. Alright, simple like that. Then I introduce this snare, well tuned. You can actually download this free sample case from the link in the description box. Give the video a like if it's helping you. Then let's add that one to the kick. Simple like that. Alright guys, then I introduce this pick, this conga. Let's add that one. Make your beat simple, don't overdo things. Alright, in production less is the best. Then I introduce this pick, another conga. Alright, this percussion, let's add that one. Alright guys, right from that I also gave it a little bit swing here, about 28%. You can watch here. Always give your beat a little bit swing. Alright, now what I did next was I sent everything to the mixer track. So let's go to the mixer track and you can actually see I sent everything to the mixer track, and on this, let me mute these shakers for now. Alright, and these transitions, I'm gonna mute them. Alright, so after introducing them to the mixer track, on my chord progression I just added Valhalla Vintage, reverb, super simple. If you want this plugin, I can actually help you to get this one. So what you have to do is to DM me on Telegram. My contact is in the description box. DM me on Telegram and I'll help you to get any VST or plugin that you are looking for. All right. Then I also introduced chorus onto the chord progression, and I did a little bit EQ. I cut off some of the low ends, then cut off some of the high ends. Simple like that. So listen. Without the effects, and with the effects, you can actually hear the difference. Use good headset. And I also add reverb to this particular chord progression, but later on, guys, I muted them because it was sounding perfect without the reverb and the chorus. Let's listen to it with the effect. Let me solo that alone. And without the effect, you can actually tell the difference. All right. Then I also introduced Valhalla Vintage reverb to the next chord progression. Then the same thing, fruity chorus. All right, just to create the ambient sound and make the chord progression more soft and interesting. All right, super simple. Now with this one, I just introduced fruity parametric EQ. All right, let me solo it. Alright guys, so as you can see, this one I added fruity EQ. So as you can see, with this one I introduced fruity parametric EQ, I cut off most of the high ends like this. Simple like that, guys. Then I pan it all the way to left 23%. Then the melody 2, I introduced reverb. Alright, reverb 2. This was the settings, super simple. Then I also did a little bit EQ on my main melody. Now let's listen to that. You can actually tell the difference. And this one too, I introduced fruity reverb and EQ it. Alright, so it was just reverb and EQ for the melodies, as you can see, and I did a little bit panning here. Alright guys, super simple. Then on my kick, this is what I did. I introduced parametric EQ, cut off most of the high end, boosted some of the low ends. Alright, so this was the kick, and I also made it mono. Alright, if you push it all the way to this side, it's stereo separation, but I did it mono separation so that the kick will get enough room to punch. Alright, if you want your kick to punch hard, then watch the video that will pop up on the screen, or the link will be in the description box. Go and watch that. So this was the kick without the EQ. You can hear the difference. And with the EQ, alright, then on my snare I EQ it, cut off most of the low ends, then I added reverb to make it more interesting. Alright, so without the effect, so you hear the difference. If you are using good headset or monitors, you can actually tell the difference. This is why you have to mix your beat. Alright, if you don't know how to mix beat, If you're a beginner, then subscribe to this channel because I will take you through step by step how to master a beat, everything that you need to know to become a pro. I can actually help you. Alright, next thing I did was, alright, so this thing, nothing was there, so I also add reverb to this one. Alright, super simple, guys. This one I didn't add anything. Then alright, so guys, let's start with the chord progression, and I'm gonna add everything. Alright guys, so what I did was I just placed them here. I introduced these shaker loops. You can actually download these shaker loops, about 40 plus shaker loops from God's Eye. Alright, the link will be in the description box. All these shaker loops, I'm giving it to you free, so you can actually download that from the link in the description box. Alright, give the video a like if it helps you, then also subscribe to the channel if you are new here. If you want any plugin that I'm using, you can actually DM me on Telegram and I will help you get this particular VST plugin. Then I did was to play with these shaker loops. So let's listen to this first one, agogo loop. Crazy. Let me also. Alright, so this was simple agogo loop. Alright, so let's add that to the beat. Alright, then I also introduced these shaker loops. I will just be switching shaker loops whilst I'm arranging the beat. Alright, so let's add this one. Then I also introduced this maracas loop. You can actually get this one too free from that shaker loops that I'm giving it to you. Click on the link in the description box and download it for free. Alright, subscribe and give the video a like. Let me know where you are watching this video from. If you are in US, if you are in the United States of America, United Kingdom, Canada, Africa, Asia, China, any part of the world that you are watching this video, I'll be happy to know that this video is being watched by you in this particular country. So let me know where you are watching this video. Alright guys, I'll be happy. Give the video a like so that YouTube will promote this video. Then I also introduced this African shaker. It is similar to this one. Alright, just to give it more groove, but I will miss the shaker loops in the next coming videos. Alright, so subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that video. Then I introduced these shaker loops. Super simple. Then I introduced this drum. I introduced these transitions. Alright, so let's listen to the transitions alone. This was Crash. You see that? Alright guys, so let's add everything and you will now feel the groove. Enjoy. Alright guys, so this is how I made this emotional soulful Afrobeat. If this video helps you, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. The name is Gosai. Let me know where you are watching this video from and I will be happy. Guys, share this video to anybody that you want. Now, how can you actually mix your beat to sound dope? That's why I want you to subscribe to the channel and watch the next video that will pop up on the screen. Until then, let's do more music. Stay blessed.